ladies, welcome back to Glowing and Highly Favored with your girl Christina, back again for another video. So this video here, I plan on talking to you is no review or anything like that, just strictly me talking about a tea party that me and a friend of mine, or my acquaintance, my sister in love in Christ, Rhonda, we hosted for our women's ministry. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this hosting of a tea party, stay tuned. All right, we're back. So yes, we are going to talk about this tea party that I actually hosted with. I am part of the event coordinator. I'm one of the event coordinators with Rhonda. We event coordinate together for our women's ministry at church. So we had the pleasure of putting together a tea party event over the Mother's Day weekend, that particular Saturday. And we've done a previous big event where, you know, we're doing like the food and decorations and everything like that. We actually did a sip and paint session last year as well, which went very, very well. And we charged $40 for that. For the tea party, the cost was like $5, right? So we try to make things affordable and things of that nature. But for this tea party, I'm gonna input and I'm gonna insert different pieces of it, little clips of the video and everything like that. So we did happen to have it at our church, was the location or the venue, and we used our fellowship hall. So we had approximately a little over 60 women who signed up. So of course we're trying to prepare, and we were looking at trying to do sets of 6 people so that each table had its own teapot set and everything like that. I must say, you know, it was a lot of work, definitely with that large amount, because I must say we weren't intending on that many originally. I know my minimum was about 40, my maximum was like 50 is what my thought was planning for. So we exceeded it, which is always a blessing. But that meant more work of trying to find the items. So we did look at trying to go to like Goodwill and thrift stores, trying to purchase teacups and things of that nature. But when you added up the cost of those particular individual items, they still were coming about to the same price you would if you were to buy a whole set. So we just had to, and we did ask. So there are certain people who actually had a 6-piece set, so we would borrow those sets as well in order to complete our sets. And then anything extra that we needed of sets that we didn't have, then of course, you know, Amazon has to be your friend, right? So we had that. We also had linens. So we had all white linens, and we decided to go with the theme of a pastel theme, which, you know, because this Mother's Day, it's, you know, the springtime, so we went with pastels. So pastels, we had all white linens with the actual different colored pastel runners. And the runners were chiffon runners that we did. We did want to do real silverware, but unfortunately we didn't have enough. So we did try to purchase silverware that was heavy duty plastic ware to give that illusion. And because we couldn't do real table napkins, cloth napkins, we did do a little more thicker napkin that actually was folded where you can insert the silverware. So we did that as far as the decorations are concerned on the tables, and we used the teapots as our centerpieces. Now, as far as arranging the room, we wanted to do something different. So at our church, a lot of times against the far right side of the wall, that's normally where they have the food. So they normally have 3 long tables with the food on it. This time we decided we wanted to do something different and unique and bring the food to the center. And so we decided to do like a square with the tables to make that our centerpiece. And so I created a centerpiece. Unfortunately, my grandson broke it when we were cleaning up after the event, so I'm gonna have to make a new one. But we made I had a big centerpiece that was our centerpiece, and we actually used some Coliseum that I had here at my home and everything. So I had 3 of them. So we had 3 Coliseums, and then we used those to have teapots on and have our centerpiece decoration. So I actually had a bouquet, a big bouquet that originally was just white and red flowers, but since this theme was supposed to be pastel, I did switch those out and purchase pastel looking flowers for that centerpiece to change out the flowers. So that came out really, really nice. And then we actually borrowed a lot of the items, the serving ware and things of that nature that we had on our table, the food table, to make the food table full of things. And we had little foam pieces, circle pieces to give elevation and things of that nature in a few tiers. So it came out really nice. Again, I'm gonna insert so you can see like a little video of the actual room and how things came out. So it came out really, really nice. The other piece we did have a table for like gifts, because we did decide to do games in the event. So we had a couple of different games. So we had a gift table, and then we did do tea bingo, because that was one of the big games that the ladies did enjoy, and we used kisses, chocolate Hershey kisses, for them to put those on for the game as we called out the items. Then we had another table, which was our drink table. Now, of course, we want to do actual wine glasses on the tables, but of course, we didn't have enough of those. So we only did wine glasses for our First Lady's table. So everyone else, we actually had some different punch bowls with the punch cups. So we used multiple of those, and some of the shorter cups that our church had and made our actual table for the drink table. So for our drink, we decided to do a cucumber mint lemonade, which I've done before. Me and my husband, we enjoy it. So we had a cucumber mint lemonade, which of course just was all we do with that is just straight lemonade. You add a couple lemon slices, add some mint, fresh mint, and add some fresh cucumbers, and that's it. Normally you let it sit overnight, the night before, so you know you can taste a little bit of those flavors and everything. So it just gave it a little elegance. And then of course we had water, and we added some orange slices and lemon slices to the water to give that extra little okay. The last thing we did, well, of course you want to talk about food. What did we have there? So of course, if it's tea, you want finger foods. Now, mind you, my girl Rhonda and I, we are not event coordinators. We haven't gone to school for it. We just work very well together with, okay, if this is what you bring to us, y'all want to have a tea. Our goal is to give 5-star service, to do the best of our ability, to make sure that it looks good, that the women have a good time, and it's affordable as well. And we try to work on a budget, right? So the food we had, of course, a majority of the food all came from Sam's Club. You always got to do, whether it's Costco's, BJ's, whatever you have. So we did, of course, you're going to have fruit from watermelons, strawberries, we have oranges, we have pineapples, we had the red, purple grapes, green grapes, those particular things, watermelon, I think I mentioned that already. Of course, we had a little bit of veggies with the cucumbers. We used the little cherry tomatoes as well. What else do we have? We had celery and carrots. We had, of course, cookies, because you want to have something small and sweet. So we did do the cookie wafers, small cookie wafers, which you could actually find at your local store. Lydale is a grocery store in this area that they have as well as Aldi's has them as well. So we just had little wafer cookies, and we had a almond cookie that was very thin. And we had some parfaits as desserts. We did the chicken salad, and so we even decided to make things a little bit more fancy. We did do the chicken salad, like normally you do the cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off. So we decided to do it with the chicken salad and add a little cucumber in between it as well. And then we did some with just cucumber and put the chicken salad in between to give like a cucumber chicken salad. Just something a little bit different to add a little bit of edge to our our food table and everything like that, which came out really, really good. And of course, we had to have angel eggs, aka also known as devil eggs, as well. So that pretty much for the most part. Of course, lunch meat and cheeses, so giving the charcuterie board feel. We didn't use a charcuterie board, but we did have porcelain white dishes to use to actually make our trays. I surprisingly decided to try to do the rose method with the salami as well as with the cheese, so I was excited that that actually came out pretty well when we actually did that to add to our decor. And so that was amazing. The last thing we had at the event was, of course, a backdrop. Our ministry leader, president, did want a circle backdrop, something different, because normally we do the square or square backdrop. So this time we did the circle backdrop. I did pastel color balloons and just got a little banner that stated "Let's Party" on it and everything. And we did have a round table with chairs with some linens on it for them to take pictures. So that was really nice. And I must say, I'm new to trying to do backdrops. I am not a professional. So my first attempt with doing a backdrop was actually for our sip and paint. So again, I'm gonna add clips of that as well. So I'm blessed enough that, hey, it's been interesting doing these backdrops. I will not lie, my fingers have hurt. They hurt from doing them, tying them balloons. Praise Jesus. I give it to y'all, those women who are great at doing those backdrops. Y'all are amazing. But shoo, baby, I ain't gonna say that's my ministry. I do the best that I can to make it look presentable, because them women, it costs a lot for them backdrops. But I can understand why, because it's a lot of time put into actually creating those, getting the balloons blown up and everything like that to actually create that nice piece for women to take their pictures and things of that nature. There were areas I knew I could have fixed better in the backdrop, but I must say it was a lot of work in the amount of time. So this piece I will add is that because of the setup for us, it took us approximately 4 days. So we started on a Wednesday. So that Wednesday, our first thought was, and it really wouldn't have worked out that way, but it happened to work out that way that we were able to. So on that Wednesday, we worried about putting on the chair covers and kind of getting our tables situated. So that was mainly on Wednesday. Putting on them chair covers, y'all know them chair covers, they are no joke. But trying to put the chair covers on and actually kind of moving things, that's where we move things out of our church fellowship hall, just to kind of open up the space, make sure we had enough room to work with, because we knew we were working with kind of the space isn't tight, but just the amount of people. This is probably the largest amount of expected people. We didn't wind up having the complete over 60, so it probably was closer probably to maybe 50 or right there under that we had actually show up at the event. So that's what we did on Wednesday. That Thursday night, I decided to start the backdrop because I knew it was going to take me some time. So we did the backdrop. We also made sure the washed the dishes, because they actually have real plates as well. So we made sure dishes were washed, cleaning all those particular things. The next day, which was that Friday we did take off of work. So Wednesday and Thursday were the days where we were doing things after we got off of work, around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Friday was an all day, all night to early morning. So I probably got there at the church around 7-ish, between 7 and 7:30. And we probably didn't leave the church to probably almost 1:30 in the morning. So it was a long day. So that Friday, that's when we were trying to set the tables, pull out all our tea sets. That's when we're trying to actually set up our arrangements, get our decor out and ready, set our table placements of the item of our silverware and stuff like that, and our serving dishes for our foods. We actually did the grocery shopping that day, and so also that night we were prepping food, trying to make things a little bit easier, cutting up the watermelon, cutting up the different fruits and things of that nature. Just creating just those little intricate things that we know we were going to need, that we knew we probably won't have as much time for that Saturday morning. So since we left so late, we knew we had to be back. We wanted to be back at 6 in the morning, but baby, I live about an hour away from the church. So it's already a commute to get there and get back home. So we came back at 7 in the morning to actually get the rest of the food and things together, like for real. And so we did pull it off. We were very ecstatic to pull it off. And we're glad that we were able to kind of break it down over those days. Now, once the event was over, it was time for the cleanup. We were blessed to have women to stay after to help us clean up. That was truly a blessing, because as y'all know, when you're trying to wash all those dishes, trying to put all those tea sets back up into like their boxes and wrap up items that you may have borrowed from other people and trying to return those items, things of that nature, that can take a lot of time. So the event was, we wound up starting the event at 11, we ended it around 2 o'clock. I would say we probably didn't leave the church till probably about 6 or so. So that pretty much was that piece. So that's how that event worked out. It came out amazing. My husband was thrilled, like when he finally, because he didn't really get to see the inside of it, so he saw some of the videos that I'm tag in here for you to actually see, and was just really amazed at the work that me and my sister-in-law had did for this event. Now, would I do it again? Not anytime soon. We had fun, but when it comes to using real silverware, or not the silverware, but the tea sets and the glasses, that's just a lot of stuff to wash. Pre-wash, wash after, from everything. So I would be in no rush to do another tea party, but I'm glad the ladies they enjoyed themselves, because it was all a labor of love. Same thing goes for our sip and paint. It was all a labor of love, and we were glad that both events, big events, went well along with our Christmas. We did a Christmas fellowship party as well. We didn't have to worry about the food as much in that piece, but we just wanted to make sure things did look well. So like I said, I'm gonna tag some of those things. If you've done any of these event planning type things, or you have some tips for us, please let us know. Anything that allow us to work smarter instead of harder, we're all for it. We appreciate you, and thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. Okay, y'all can walk around and take pictures. It's beautiful. They can walk around and take a worst lady in Thailand.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you may.